Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Rayo. It's just after 7 p.m. on Wednesday evening, December 16th, and we're in the midst of a major, or I might even use the term first class northeast snowstorm, which will be affecting our area through the overnight hours tonight to the early hours, the early part of the day on Thursday, December 17th. I'm not going to show you any maps because at 7:30 Eastern Time, we're going to be doing a full show on this on the Joe and Joe Weather Show. I know a lot of you out there watch that. We're going to be live on Joe Chiappi's uh, YouTube channel, so I invite all of you to watch. I will give you some of the basics, though, as to what I think we're going to be seeing during the next 12 to 18 hours. As I said, right here in Putnam Valley, where I am, it started snowing here around 6 or 6:05 this evening. We have, I'm not going to say it's an inch, but certainly the ground is coated with snow. The snow is coming down light, but it's also coming down rather steadily. And I do believe that we're going to be seeing the bulk of the storm between now and about 1 or 2 a.m. tonight. The storm is being influenced by a system coming up along the mid Atlantic coast. That system is pushing out a large mass of moisture ahead of it. We also have a goodly amount of atmospheric energy, what we call omega, which is associated with the storm. And the most energetic, the most robust part of that atmospheric energy is going to be reaching our area between about now and 1 or 2 in the morning. During these next 5, 6, 7 hours, snow at times will fall at the rate of 1 to as much as 2 inches per hour. And there may even be a rumble or two of thunder or maybe some flashes of lightning. Thunder snow, which is a benchmark of an intensifying storm, that too may materialize during the next few hours. If we do get hold of thunder and lightning, convection, well, then we'll be looking at the potential of not just 1 to 2 inches per hour, but maybe as much as 3 or 4 inches per hour for a brief interval of time. We're not going to do that hour after hour after hour, but for a short time, while we have convection, we could be seeing the snows coming down hot and heavy, so to speak. Now, right now, I'm thinking in terms of a general 1 foot snow coverage for most areas by tomorrow morning. Here in the Hudson Valley, 12 inches, maybe as you go further to the north and to the west, as much as 15 or 16 inches of snow. It's going to be difficult to get an exact measurement, though, because the winds will be gusty, 20, 30, 40 miles per hour at times. That plus the blowing and the drifting will make for, again, a difficult chore for getting a precise amount or a precise total as to what is exactly on the ground. With all that blowing and drifting, some parts of your area may have, a snow drip, 1 or 2 or 3 feet high, and on the other side of the road or the other side of your driveway, we may only have a light coating. It's going to be that kind of a situation. It's a puffy, powdery type of snow. And as you go further south, down toward New York City, and in the corridor between Interstate 195 and Interstate 78 in north central New Jersey, across into parts of New York, and then further east across Long Island, there is the potential during these coming hours, up until about 1 or 2 a.m., the potential for a mix of snow, ice, sleet, and maybe even a bit of plain rain. So down there, where I just mentioned, it's not going to be a puffy, powdery snow. It's going to be more like a snow with the consistency of paper mache, very heavy, very wet, very hard or difficult to move. And that's going to make for difficulty in trying to clear all this away during the midday and afternoons tomorrow, after all of this is finally over, said and done. But again, as I mentioned here, 3/5 or roughly 60% of this storm is going to hit probably between now and 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's going to be the story here. And again, with the potential for a lot of atmospheric energy involved, there may be some lightning, thunder, maybe some convection, and at times spurts of very heavy snowfall in and around the area. So again, as you head south, that chance for some mixing or a changeover to sleet or ice or rain down, let's say, toward New York and across Long Island, we may see snow amounts on the order of, less than 8 inches. And in some cases, along the south shore of Long Island and over toward the Twin Forks and East End, if you're watching from that area, it may not get much more than 3 or 4 inches. But again, as you go to the north and to the west where it's colder, again, up into the Hudson Valley, 8, 10, 12 inches. And again, well north and west, let's say in places like Ulster County and Sullivan County, and into portions of northeast Pennsylvania, you may be looking at snow totals on the order of maybe 15 or 18 inches of snow. So that's how it's going to be going. The heaviest amounts will be to the north and west. The lighter amounts, because of the mixing factor, will be to the south and to the east. I think we will have maybe a little package of energy moving through tomorrow morning. So we may have the snows taper off a little bit after midnight and then ramp up again briefly tomorrow morning for a while, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. And then finally, the last snowflakes will probably be hitting the ground by 11 o'clock or noontime tomorrow. After that, we're looking for clearing sky. Tomorrow afternoon, we should see some developing sunshine. So once again, here's what you have to worry about: the heavy snow, the gusty winds causing quite a bit of blowing and drifting during the overnight hours tonight. Tomorrow morning, look for significant, if not downright heavy, if not substantial accumulations, again, depending upon where you happen to be watching now. And again, it should all be over, done by 11 o'clock or noontime tomorrow, maybe a little bit later if you live out to the east over into eastern Long Island. And again, we're going to cover all of this in a little bit. If you're watching right now live at 7:30, which is about 20 minutes from now, on Joe Chiaffe's YouTube channel, we'll be doing the Joe and Joe Show. We'll have lots of weather maps to show you, and we'll be going back and forth bantering as to what each of us thinks or what we expect. And on the chat board, we'll be taking your questions as well. I'm looking on my own chat board here. William Huber says hi. So does Jimmy ZNJ. Thank you, Jimmy. Edited, waiting for it in Western Massachusetts. Jason Barry, hi to you, Jason. And Fled Weather says, I'm in coastal New Jersey, and I overperformed 5 to 9 inches on the ground, still snowing, heavy rain, snow line, still 20 to 30 miles south of me, and moving very slowly. So 2 to 4 inch per hour snow rates. Again, this is what I'm expecting in many areas between now and 1 or 2 in the morning. The potential for at least an inch or 2 per hour, with again amounts of maybe 2 to 3 or even 2 to 4 inch rates per hour, especially if we get hold of convection, and especially if we get hold of thunderstorm activity. This is not one to pass off. This is going to be, and I saw many media sites say this is going to be the biggest snowstorm in many, many years. Obviously, they must have forgot about the winter of 2018, just a couple of years ago, where we had in the month of March not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 gigantic nor'easters, each one in their own right, providing a ton of snow across the region. So it's not been a many, many year thing since we've seen snows like this. It's only been a couple of years, but again, after last year when we had a paucity of snow, hardly any snow to speak of, now we're more than making up for it with this one big storm that's happening overnight tonight. All right, I'm going to save my my throat here. It's feeling a little scratchy, so I'm gonna save my voice and hold on and wait. We'll be back with you on Joe and Joe's show, the Joe and Joe Show on Joe Chiaffe's Weather Channel again at 7:30 this evening. We hope all of you will join in. I have a feeling like last night we had over 1,000 viewers. I'm thinking that we're probably going to have an equal amount, if not more, as the storm has now set in across our area. Time to sit back, relax, look out the window, maybe pop some corn, or maybe play some Christmas music in the background. Get ready for a big pre-Christmas snowfall coming our way for overnight tonight and into early tomorrow. So this is Joe Rayo. More people are signing in here, but again, we'll see you again in a little bit on Joe Chiaffe's YouTube channel on the Joe and Joe Show in just a little bit. Thanks very much. We'll see you soon.